So I wanted to give you guys an update on the property that we bought, renovated, and sold, the one I showed you last week, and how that all turned out. And all this was done while we took a mini getaway at a campsite here in Niagara Falls. Check out the tie-dye T-shirt that I ended up making. Very excited to put that on and showcase it to everyone here. So going on with the property here in Milton. The renovations were done. The house was cleaned. It was staged. We prepped it. The photos were taken last week. We ended up having, and we put it on the MLS. We had 26 showings, which is pretty decent in a COVID environment. And we ended up selling the home in multiple offers for a pretty decent return. Now, I'm sure most of you want to know what the formula for being a successful flipper is. Well, the number one rule is to understand that the money is made at the time of purchase, okay? It's all about buying in at the money. You've got to buy in at a pretty decent price so you know how much money you're going to make at the end. Most professional flippers use the 70% rule. The 70% rule states that an investor should pay no more than 70% of the after repair value of a property minus the repairs needed. So the ARV, after repair value, is what a home is worth after it is fully repaired. So here's an example. If a home's ARV is $100,000 and it needs, say, $10,000 in repairs, then the 70% rule means that an investor should pay no more than $60,000 for the home. Okay, so that's $100,000 times 70%, which is $70,000, minus the $10,000 in renovation gives you $60,000. Now, there's other things you should be doing as well. When you are flipping properties, you want to get market risk out of the equation, okay? So that means getting in and out as soon as possible, thereby eliminating any risk of market fluctuation. Holding onto a property long will cost you also a lot more in carrying costs. You can also reduce liability by setting up inside of a corporation, okay? This will allow you to be taxed inside the corporation as well, which typically has much more favorable advantages, lower tax rates. Have a good team set up, and then it is easy to replicate and duplicate this type of process. I'm getting this done here while the family and I are creating tie-dye shirts, okay? Our team, in fact, does about 7 or 8 of these type of flips a year, and it's all done through systemizing the process, okay? And I'd love to share this with you guys if anyone wants any further information, I'd love to share with you. Run it like a business, okay? Do the renovations that will only yield a return. And when we use this property, which you're seeing photos of with the before and afters, there's so many other renovations that we could have done. We could have opened up some of the walls. We could have put an island in. We could have bought better appliances. We could have redone the shower. But all that extra cost and time would not have yielded a higher return on this investment, okay? And this is specific to this property, this market. So just the right mix is what you need. Figure out what the end user is, who the end user is, and then renovate accordingly for that target buyer and what they are looking for. Budget for your renovation and build in a contingency plan. Have your contractors bid on the jobs, get references, view previous work they've done, that kind of stuff, okay? Get your team in place. Other costs you need to consider are acquisition costs. Let's start with that. Land transfer, lawyer fees. Then you've got to consider holding costs, which are mortgage interest, property taxes, insurance costs. You've got utilities. And again, the longer you hold it, the more it's going to cost, okay? And then you've got disposition costs like realtor fees, penalties to break the mortgage, and lawyer costs. And that's pretty much what I have for you right now. I'm going to go have some fun with the kids back there. And that's about it. And I'm going to put on my tie-dye shirt and off I go. So I hope you learned a little bit about these type of properties where you're buying and renovating and selling. And if you want to do one of these, just jump right in. There's money to be made. Take care and have a great day.